Hi, my name is Lori Mihalich-Levin, and I am really thrilled to be here with you today. Our topic is energy management and navigating the world of work-life mush. And I'm recording here from the middle of winter during a pandemic at a time when work and life are indeed very much mushed together for me. I have two professional roles. One is as a law firm partner on a 50% schedule at a global law firm. And the other half of my professional work week, I run a program called Mindful Return that helps new parents transition back to work after parental leave and helps employers to retain their new parent talent. But today I'm here really to talk about that work-life mush situation that's happening, particularly as our children are home with us. I have two wonderful redheaded boys who are ages 7 and recently 10. They are second and fourth grade in Washington, D.C., and they have not gone back to school since that fateful Friday the 13th last year. Friday the 13th of March, that is. Today I have two strategies that I would like to share with you. One is around boundary setting in order to conserve our energy, and the other is around how to calm our nervous systems. And within each of these two categories, there are a couple of tips and tricks that I want to share, but I think that setting boundaries for ourselves and calming ourselves down are two skills that are absolutely fundamental to not burning out in this environment. So first, boundary setting. How do we set a boundary when our kids are flowing in and out of our office and work is spilling into the dinner table? Well, one thing that I really encourage doing is switching from work to family time and family time to work with some very intentional transition rituals and leaving work stuff at work and leaving family stuff with family after you've done those rituals. So for example, when it comes to separating from our children, even within our own house, there is a separation ritual that my children and I have, used for years since they were at daycare. And the ritual that we use in our family is called hug, kiss, push. And I don't really remember exactly how it came to be, but I know that my kids were preschool age. They were having trouble detaching from our leg at daycare. And we decided that we would permit them to give us one last squeezy hug, one last squeezy kiss, and a push out the door. And my children somehow carried this ritual with them, not just from daycare, but then to elementary school and the playground when we had drop off. And now even back to our house where we've been working for all these months. Whenever I say goodbye to my kids downstairs before I come up to my office, we do hug, kiss, push before I go up the stairs. I've talked to parents who have kids who do like a little butterfly thing where their kid flies away from them. So to the extent you can create some intentional separation between you two to demarcate that work time from the family time, that can be really helpful. I've also found daily transition rituals to be helpful in terms of starting and stopping work. And one of those, in terms of starting work at the beginning of my day or whatever time of day I actually get to sit down and start working, is to raise the blinds and make my bed and then come and sit down in my laptop. And sort of that raising the blinds is my brain signal that now it's time to start working. One of the places where I know a lot of us have been struggling during the pandemic, though, is that nighttime ritual, right? How the heck do we shut down? Work just seems to bleed into all different hours of the evening and nighttime. And in terms of an end of day shutdown, I would really encourage, again, the creation of a ritual. I decided in September of 2020 that my evenings were getting a bit muddled and I really needed to get some more sleep. And so I decided on a concrete time that I was shutting down at night, which I decided was 10:30. I chose an accountability partner. So I told my husband and said, look, I am going to shut down at 10:30 p.m. I'm going to hold myself accountable to you for shutting down. And no, he doesn't come knocking on my computer screen and say, hey, are you shutting down? But that sense of having committed to someone else that I was doing it has proven really helpful. And then another thing that's proven really helpful is having a next enjoyable activity lined up. If I were shutting down with the notion that I didn't know what I was doing next, I was just going to doom scroll, I was going to wander around the house, I don't think that I'd be as motivated to actually shut down. But my husband and I decided that we were going to sit and do a 10-minute guided meditation at 10:30 every night together as a way to reset our nervous systems and calm down. That puts me on the hook to do that activity, but it also actually calms me down before I go to bed. So, setting a time, getting an accountability partner, and then having an enjoyable next activity, I think can really help with that evening boundary. Okay, so let's move away from boundary setting, which I know can be hard and feel uncomfortable, but it's okay that it feels uncomfortable. It's still really important to our health. And let's talk a little bit about calming our nervous systems down. We are on such hyper alert these days. Around every corner is a new sudden disaster that we didn't know was awaiting us. And so I think being able to calm down and come back to the present on a daily basis over and over and over is really helpful. So there's a centering practice that I just wanted to spend a minute teaching you all, which really involves sitting up in your chair or wherever you're located right now, and feeling your feet on the ground and really sitting up straight. And you're going to breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6. And I'll guide you through this. We'll do it 1 or 2 times, just as a way to reset your system before you do that next thing. So go ahead and close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, and take a really deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open your eyes and just notice, how does your body feel? Can you do this type of centering practice in between work phone calls? Can you do it after you've broken up a fight between the 2 kids in your house? Can you do it after you've gotten an email that triggered you? How many times a day can you sit and pause and just take that deep breath? Final calming of nervous system strategy that I wanted to make sure that you are aware of and perhaps encourage you to try is a daily gratitude practice. Something I do in the shower every day is a 3-part, I came up with an acronym, is set an intention, savor, and stretch. So I set an intention for my day. I savor the shower. That's the gratitude practice. That's the, okay, I'm here. I have warm water. No one's bombing my house. We have enough toilet paper. We have enough food. Really taking a moment to contemplate that every day. And I found a lot of help for myself personally in doing a pre-bed gratitude practice. For a number of years, I would write down 3 to 5 things every night that I was grateful for. And it did a number of things for me. It helped me transition from that spiraling to-do list in my brain to being able to relax and go to sleep at night. It also allowed me to write down some crazy things that my kids said and did that I never would have remembered. So I'm a huge advocate for some type of daily gratitude practice. Okay, so deep breaths, parents. We've got some boundary setting skills. We've got some nervous system calming skills. Which one of these are you going to pick? I would encourage you to just pick one, try it on for size, find an accountability partner and tell them what you're trying out, and just see how it makes you feel. Again, my name is Lori Mihalich-Levin. I wrote a book called Back to Work After Baby if you need some help with the transition back to work after maternity leave. You can find me at mindfulreturn.com. We have courses for new parents transitioning back to work. There's a course for new moms, a course for new dads, and a course for parents of special needs children who are juggling work and life and career. We also have courses for managers who are working through having direct reports go out on leave. We're on all the social media channels, Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and we invite you to follow along for more working parent resources at Mindful Return, and check out the podcast that I co-host called Parents at Work. Thank you again for joining me today. Thank you again for joining this program. I wish you all the best, a calm next couple of months, and a return to something that looks like the ability to engage our villages again for support in the next couple of months. Thank you.